Kano Judo founded a martial art known around the world. But many people don't know his name. They certainly recognize its name, though, and the powerfully elegant throws it implies. Kano's judo had no weight divisions, no point system either. The only way to win was to throw one's opponent with a perfect nagewaza technique.
Scoring an Ippon victory symbolizes the opponent's death. The opponent's death.
No matter how many points you've scored, you have to risk everything for an Ippon.
While Ippon is the ultimate victory, these days it's increasingly rare. The rules have changed since the birth of Judo some 120 years ago. Points are scored mainly through what are called waza-ari and yuko.
Winning by Ippon is more difficult than winning by points at a rate of 8-2.
Kano Jigodo's teachings are deeply embedded in Japanese Judo. You can see the evidence in the final match of the Jigodo Kano Cup held in Tokyo's Nihon Budokan in January 2005. It involved one of Japan's leading judoka, Kosei Inoue. Not only had Inoue won 3 consecutive world championships, he also brought home the gold medal from the Sydney Olympics. His opponent was Yuri Ryback, a formidable force from Belarus. Five seconds into the match, Inoue tried for an Ippon, but his plans went awry. He tore his right major pectoral muscle just as he was about to execute a throw. It was a serious injury. Despite the pain, Inoue carried on with the match. But the pain intensified. Staying in meant taking the risk he might never be able to compete again. Inoue could have tried to win by scoring several minor points. But for him, it was Ippon or nothing. 2 minutes and 22 seconds into the match. Inoue executed a brilliant uchimata, one of his favorite techniques, giving him a dazzling Ippon victory. Winning in that way is spectacular, no doubt about it. But why do Japanese judoka see Ippon as so much better than any other kind of win? Professional fighter Nicholas Pettis wants to find out. He's won the European Championship of the Kyokushin style of karate and a Japan Grand Prix Championship of mixed martial arts. Now, he's a man in search of the meaning of Ippon.
Welcome to Samurai Spirit. I'm your host, Nicholas Pettis. In Japan, they know me as the Blue-Eyed Samurai. And as you can see, I'm standing here in front of a very famous special sports university in Japan here. And I've got in my hand a brand new white dogi. I haven't even opened up the belt yet. And why am I holding this dogi in my hand? Because in here, they've got some of the top athletes for the judo in Japan. And we're gonna go find out exactly what it is that they're doing in there. And I've never tried this before, so I'm quite excited to find out exactly what judo is all about. Well, join me on Samurai Spirit today as we bring you Judo.
The search starts at a school where many top judoka train. Nippon Sports Science University.
Let's go inside and see how these guys actually work out. Whoa. There's like more than 100 guys in here, top athletes, and there's some really big dudes in there.
It's time for him to enroll in Judo 101.
Welcome. Everyone, gather around. Do you have anything to say?
I hope you don't mind me practicing with you. Look at these guys.
Let's get started. You can join them.
I've experienced all kinds of martial arts, but never judo. Scoring ippon with a nagewaza is an impressive way to win, but it's also most definitely the hard way. I'm really interested in finding out why it means so much to the Japanese judoka.
After warming up, they immediately start uchikomi, practicing a throw over and over again. Uchikomi helps develop speed and timing. Do it enough, and it becomes second nature when an opportunity arises. With the partners practicing both attacks and defense. The essence of judo is learning to overcome one's opponent with an effective throw. The ultimate goal, you know by now, ippon. International judo matches are 5 minutes long. The first person to score an ippon wins, no matter what's happened before that. In order to qualify for an ippon with a negewaza, a judoka has to demonstrate a sufficient amount of power. That power then must be combined with speed. And finally, the maneuver must put an opponent on his back. All three elements are essential to score an ippon. If neither opponent achieves ippon by the end of the match, the judges award a yusei gachi to the contestant they feel displayed the better technique and attitude. The decision is based on the number of waza-ari and yuko points. Waza-ari is awarded for a throw that's good, but lacks one of the ippon elements. Compare the two throws. The one on the left is an ippon. The throw on the right lacks speed, so it's awarded a waza-ari instead. A yuko point is awarded to a throw that lacks two of the ippon criteria. It doesn't put an opponent on his back and lacks force. And a throw that doesn't show any of the three criteria gets nothing at all. Failing to engage in combat is one of the prohibited acts in judo, and that sometimes can result in a point for the opponent. The introduction Nicholas got to judo coincided with a visit by the national team coach, Kazuo Yoshimura.
こんにちは。
はじめまして、ニコラスペタです。よろしくお願いします。
大丈夫？
初めてです今日は。
初めて。
はい。
Yoshimura is a master coach who's trained many Olympic gold medalists. He's strict, but it's all for the sake of instilling the right spirit in his young athletes. The do-or-die determination that drives them on to aim for an ippon. Nicholas had better learn fast.
Okay, first of all, what should you do the moment the referee announces the start of the match?
You mean me?
Yeah, what should you do?
Well, I really don't know.
Well, you need to try and engage your opponent. So, what if someone pulls you sideways like this?
Well, so I try and get my balance back.
By moving in the opposite direction, right? So you use that force.
Oh, I see.
In other words, make use of your opponent's natural reflexes to resist the forces that are being applied. Okay, now, what happens if you push him down like this?
Well, I try to come back up again.
Right. He's resisting your force. And that gives you an opportunity to upset his balance by releasing your hold, which allows you to apply a technique.